All right. So we're a very small group this evening. So I think I'm gonna get started. So welcome to our presentation this evening. My name is Maria Rodriguez. I work for the um, Higher Education Services Corporation, or HES, which is the New York State Financial Aid Agency. We administer all the financial aid for college students. We currently administer over 25 plus program. So during the presentation, I will really encourage you guys to go up to the website to see all the different opportunity that we have to offer. But with that, during today's presentation, Student Financial Aid, what students and parents should know, we will be going over all the different opportunities that are available, the application process, and how to navigate the financial aid system. And then at the end, we will go over some suggestion on how you can start preparing for applying for financial aid or learning about the financial aid system. So with that, we can proceed. So now that you guys are thinking about going to college, I am sure that you probably have many questions. And some of those questions might be the ones that are listed here. How much it will cost? How do you pay for college? What is financial aid? When and how do you apply? And where do you go for help? And I see that somebody had their hands up. Let me just take a look to make sure that you guys are able to hear me. All right, so they put it down. So as I mentioned, a lot of this question, I'm hoping that I will be able to answer them during the presentation, but if not, we're gonna have a Q&A session at the end to go over any question that you might have or any concern. So I think the most important question that we can go over tonight is, what is financial aid? And financial aid help pay for the cost of attending college. And financial aid may be awarded based on financial need, or as we often refer to, need-based aid. And what this means is that we will be looking at the parents' financial situation to see if the student qualify for need-based aid. Another criteria is such as academic or athletic ability, and we usually refer to this type of aid as merit-based. And what happens here is that we will be looking at what are the talent that the student have. And as you can see, it can be academic, it can be athletic, or it can also be artistic. And the good thing about this type of aid is that we will not look at the parent financial situation. We will just be looking at the student talents. So now I'm going to play a very short video where it will go over the different type of financial aid, and then we will continue with the presentation.
Before deciding on a college, you'll need to explore how you'll pay for everything. The good thing is that there's often help available. Through HESP, you can learn more about financial aid options, gift aid, and self-help aid, which can alleviate some of the financial burden. Gift aid is free money in the form of grants and scholarships. These often come from local clubs and organizations, the government, and the colleges themselves. Self-help aid is the money acquired through loans, such as federal loans or work-study programs at the colleges. You should focus on the free money first. Grants and scholarships, which are typically awarded based on need or merit, are free money because you don't have to pay them back.
You can help save thousands of dollars on tuition costs if you qualify for federal programs like Pell and Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grants, and New York State programs such as tuition assistance, the Excelsior Scholarship, and the STEM Scholarship. So make sure you apply. Learn more about New York State programs at hesc.ny.gov. At each school you apply to, be sure to research all financial aid and scholarship opportunities available. Remember, this is free money, so it's critical to explore these options first.
And one thing that I wish that the video will go over is that, yes, apply for all the free money first, but always understand what you should be doing in order for you to qualify to continue receiving the financial aid. Sometimes students are not aware that they might need to take S amount of credit or keep a certain GPA, or even if the family income changes, they might now be eligible to reapply. So always understand what are the requirements. What is it that I should be doing in order for me to continue to be eligible to receive the grants or scholarship that I'm initially receiving when I apply for financial aid. And then a little more information about different type of aid. Basically, grant is the free money. The first one listed here is the federal Pell Grant, followed by the federal Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant and Work Study. So student basically to apply for this three program, they have to complete the FAFSA application. And then a student can receive a Pell Grant, a maximum of $7,395. But the set amount is going to be based on the family income situation. Then the federal supplemental educational opportunity grant and also work study are two programs that the funding will be distributed from the colleges themselves. Typically, the funding is for need-based aid. So students who show that they have a financial need. However, it's important for you guys to find out how colleges that you are interested in attending will be distributing the funding for those two programs. The Federal Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant, a student can receive up to $4,000, and for work study, a student can receive between $1,000 and $2,000. And then the last program here is the New York State TAP, and this is one of the programs that we administer at HES, and a student can be eligible to receive a minimum of $1,000 and then a maximum of 5,665. But everything is going to be based on the family New York State income. And then followed by scholarships. So scholarship can be based on need. They can be based on the talent of the student, academically, athletic, artistic, and they can come from outside community, organization, corporation, religious institution. And then the last one is federal loan. Loan is also going to be part of the financial aid package that a student might be receiving when applying or completing the FAFSA application. A student will be offered subsidized loans, which what that means is that while the student is in college, they will be, the federal government will be paying for the interest rate of that loan. On subsidy, on the other hand, as soon as that money is distributed at the college, it will start accruing interest. And, it's always advisable for family to really have a conversation about loans, because this is money that you guys will have to pay back plus the interest. Okay. And there's a lot of tools that you guys will be able to use in order for you to make a more informed decision. And the federal website has a calculator that will help you make that decision, because it will allow you to put the amount that colleges want you to take on loans, the interest rate, and then it will calculate for you how much you will take, how much you will end up paying, and how long it will take you. And I think it's important for us to use those tools so that when we are deciding, we're making better informed decision. So now, how do you qualify for need-based aid? So here's the formula that colleges use to make that determination. Cost of attendance minus student aid index or SAI minus any other financial assistance that the student might be receiving. So the cost of attendance is going to be always include tuition fee, room and board, books, supply, transportation. But the cost of attendance is going to be different from the different colleges that you are interested in attending. So the student decision or choice is going to have a big impact on what will be the cost of attendance. And what I mean by that is that a student who is going to a community college or a 2-year college versus a student who is going to a 4-year college will not have the same cost of attendance. The same with a student who is thinking of going to a public versus a private college, or a student who is thinking of going out of state. So the student choice is gonna really determine what will be the cost of attendance. And I feel that it's important for any student who is thinking about attending college, to really create a very diverse list so that you can start comparing the financial aid packages from the different colleges and see the cost of attendance for each of those institutions. So now we can proceed to talk about the student aid index. So this is basically a calculation that will be done when the student complete the FAFSA application. Is the number that doesn't get changed. So it's going to be based on the financial information that your family will be completing on the FAFSA. And then any of the financial assistance that the student might be receiving, it can be from parents' employer, or if parents are part of a labor union, or if the student is applying for a private scholarship. So when the colleges have those three calculations, then they will be able to determine what will be the financial need that the student will have if we accept the student to attend our institution. And here it's important for you guys to know that some colleges are very generous and they will cover the full financial need that a student have. Other ones will give you a partial scholarship, and other colleges will not give you anything. That's why it's important for you guys to create a college list that is diverse so that you can compare all the financial aid offer that you will be receiving and make the choice that for to go to the college that is really providing you more financial support. So now let's talk about the different sources of financial aid. As you can see here, we have federal aid. It's administered by the USA Department of Education, followed by New York Student Aid, administered by the agency that I represent, HEX. And then private scholarship, they can be awarded or funded from company, group, foundation, organization, or even individual, parents, employer, if they're part of a labor union as well. And then institutional aid comes from the colleges themselves. So now let's talk about federal aid. Federal aid is basically, the completion of the free application for federal student aid or FAFSA form. And it's the first step for any student in applying for financial aid. Right now, the form last year underwent over major makeover. So the application is more as easy to complete and faster. So now also some of the language was changed, and the number of colleges that a student can add to the form is changed from 10 to 20. So it's important for you guys to know that that the application is available now for high school senior. It became available December 1st. And I hope that if I have any senior here, that you guys have or are in the process of completing the form or have already completed it. So when you are applying for federal student aid, these are the program that you are applying to receive. And we already spoke with Bob about them briefly, but the Pell Grant, that free money, then followed by the Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant and Work Study 2 program that are federal, but the colleges are going to be the one distributing the funding. And then direct loans. Student will be offered loan, but also parents might be offer loan to take on behalf of the student, but the interest rate are higher. They will check at the parents' credit report. So there's a lot of information about loans that is important for family to really sit down and have a conversation about if this is something that you guys will like to pursue, or if there's other alternative options for you guys to look first. Just remember, loan, you will have to pay it back. And then in order for you to have access to the FAFSA form, you will have to create a studentaid.gov account. And it's a very easy process. It shouldn't take you more than 15-20 minutes if you have all the information that you need. We currently conduct a presentation every Monday at 4, where we go over step-by-step process on how to create the account. But there's a lot of resources on the federal website, as well as the federal student aid YouTube channel where they will walk you through that process as well. But the student has to create one, and then one or both of their parents, depending on the parent situation. If parents are married and they file their taxes together, then only one parent create an account. However, if the parents are married but they file separately their taxes, then both parents will have to create an account. Parents are separated or divorced, the parent that provide more financial support. So again, it's very important for you guys to know who is the contributor on my FAFSA, because that's how you're going to be able to determine who needs to create an account. And since last year, you need to create your credential before you have access to the FAFSA application. It's important for you guys to do it as soon as possible. It usually take between 1 to 3 business days for the Social Security Administration to verify your identity. So it's important that when you are creating your account, that you make sure that you're writing your information exactly as it is in your Social Security card, so that they can verify your identity without any issue. And then another change is that parents that didn't have social security number didn't have to create an account, but now they do. This was one of the major issue that the FAFSA was having when they first opened up after making all the changes. So now parents will be able to create their account exactly as a regular parent, but then they will just indicate that they don't have a social, and then they will need to answer a few knowledge-based questions to verify their identity. If they're not able to respond those questions correctly, and their identity is not able to be verified, they will still be able to complete their session of the FAFSA. However, they have to later on provide some verification of their identity. So, Governor Cuomo has been very committed to affordable higher education, and she has um, helped student navigate FAFSA by the Universal FAFSA Completion legislation. So to ensure, give me 1 second, guys. So to ensure more students have access to federal and state aid, so key initiative like the Tuition Assistance Program or TAP, New York State Universal FAFSA Completion, New York Dream Act. So we continue to extend all the different activities and information so that we can help and working hand to hand with the governor to make sure that we implement some of this. And TAP cover full-time student as well as part-time student at SUNY, CUNY, and nonprofit degree granting colleges. And also we have part-time students who are enrolled in an eligible non-degree workforce credential program at participating SUNY and CUNY colleges. And also it has been extended to incarcerated individual. So we are always trying to really make sure that we, help students for attending college. And as I indicated initially, just make sure that you go to the website so that you can see all the different opportunities that are available. Another initiative that we created was the New York State FAFSA Ready. It's basically a one-stop hub for understanding the 2025-2026 FAFSA. We initiated this last year because of all the changes, just to make sure that students were able to find information about the eligibility for federal aid, the different sources like grants, educational loan, and work study program. We also wanted to include information about state and institutional aid, so just to help you navigate the financial aid system a little better. Because we realized that New York students were leaving 225 million of unclaimed federal fund on the table every year, and we really want to close that gap. as you can see, it's important that I feel some students think that they might not qualify for um, assistance. So it's important for you to just make sure that you complete the FAFSA and TAP. Let us tell you that you don't qualify for A. And in any event, it's the best practice because that's the information that it will be used by colleges and trade school to determine if you're eligible for other aid that they might offer student. So the second source of financial aid is New York State Student Aid, administered by the Higher Education Services Corporation. We are the New York State Higher Education Student Financial Aid Agency. We help students pay for college, and we have been processing more than 500,000 in grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness application each year. And we have awarded nearly 1 billion in financial aid for more than 330,000 students. We know that this number is going to increase because Governor Hochul, she increased the income bracket for family from 80,000 to 125,000. So we are totally clear that the number of students that we will be helping is going to increase. And this is amazing because this is going to open the door for a lot of students to go to college without really having to take so much loan. And here are some of the programs that we administer. As I mentioned, we administer 25 plus programs, so please visit our website. But here are some of the most popular one, the tuition assistance program, Excelsior Scholarship, World Trade Center, New York State Memorial Scholarship, Enhanced Tuition Award, Stamping Center Program, Math and Science Teaching, Master in Education. So again, it's so important for you guys to just make sure that you go to the website, see if you are interested in applying for any other opportunity or any other program that we offer, and see if you qualify. So just to tell you a little more about our START program, the tuition assistance program. So the application is open now. It provides undergraduate student with grant funding to help them pay for tuition. A college in New York State is going to be based on the family income. So for a family who income is 125,000 or less, it's going to be based on the 2023 New York State income tax information. And then a student might be awarded a minimum of $1,000 or a maximum of 5,665 or something in between, but it's just going to be based on your income information that you will be completing on the application. Student can be full-time or part-time. And then we will be, the determination will be based on combined income, including family earned income and pension, number of family member enrolled in college, financial status, if the student is dependent or independent, and also the cost of tuition. So again, visit the website so that you can see all the information about not only TAP, but all the other programs that we administer. And then another program that we are really proud of is the New York State Dream Act. This has allowed undocumented students to apply for financial aid and through the state. And they basically what I say to students who are interested in applying through the Dream Act because they're not eligible to apply for federal aid is that this is a two-step process. The student will be completing the New York State Dream Act application, and then we will verify information. If the student is eligible, then they will be able to apply for the program that we offer, such as TAP, Excelsior, and many other programs, but they will have to meet the requirement for those programs as well. Another very popular program that we offer is the Celsius Scholarship. Covers tuition expenses at SUNY or CUNY colleges, and it allows students to attend SUNY or CUNY college tuition free. But it's a last dollar scholarship. And what that means is that we will look and see what the student might be receiving from the federal program Pell, um, and then from TAP. And then if there's any balance that needs to be covered for their tuition, then the Excelsior will pick it up. But if your tuition is covered by Pell and TAP completely, even if you qualify for the Excelsior, you're gonna get $0 because we will only to cover tuition. And it's also for family who have a federal adjusted gross income of 125,000 or less. It's for students who are enrolled in full-time study. And that's why I was discussing before the importance of you knowing what are the requirements, because for this program, you have requirement while you are in college as well as after graduation. For example, the family has to have an income of 125,000 a year for you to be eligible to apply. And then you have to be taking 30 credit per year or 15 credit per semester. And then after graduation, you must stay in New York for the same amount of year that the award was given. So again, important for you guys to know all the requirements for all the different programs that you are interested in pursuing. And then you must complete a supplemental application that will be opening up for senior high school senior, probably between mm, April and May of this year. Enhanced Tuition Award or ETA is a sister program to the Excelsior. The same requirement is for family earning 125,000 or less. The student can qualify to receive up to $6,000 in participating private colleges. We have a list of all the participating college in our website, and they will provide a maximum of $6,000 toward tuition expensive. But they will then reduce any TAP that the student might be receiving. So remember, TAP is also a program that only covers tuition. So if you have a balance after TAP, after you receive your TAP award, then the ETA will pick that balance. And again, they will you will have to be taking 30 credit per year or 15 credit per semester. And after graduating, you will have to stay in New York for the same amount of year that the award was given. And if you're working, to also work in New York. Again, it's so essential for you guys to just be clear on what are the requirements. And then the third source of financial aid is institutional aid. Institutional aid is provided by colleges or university that you are planning to attend. And this can include grants, scholarship, but it can also include institutional loan or work study programs. Eligibility will differ from the different colleges. Every college has their own requirements. So it's important for you guys to create your college list and start talking to the different colleges that you are interested in attending about their institutional aid. Typically, a student who complete FAST and TAP will be considered for institutional aid, but there's other colleges that require for the student to complete a separate application. So it's important for you guys to ask questions and find out if any of the institutions that you are thinking of attending require you to complete a separate application. One of the most popular institutional aid application is the CSS profile. And this is a very detailed application. It has like over 250 questions. So that's why it's very important for you guys to find out early on if you need to complete this application so that you can start getting ready. And then it's basically first come, first serve basis. So you don't want to lose the opportunity because you're not completing the application within the timeline that some of those colleges have. The CSS profile is administered by College Board, which is the same organization that administer SAT. So many students already are familiar with the organization. Now, the last source of financial aid is private scholarship. And scholarship are financial award given to individual based on academic achievement, leadership skill, extracurricular participation, and much more. So it's important for you guys to start your research early on. And some different type of scholarship are merit-based. They're gonna be looking at your score, a standardized test score, GPAs, achievement in certain fields. So it's important for you guys to just make sure that you search if you feel that you will be a good candidate for a merit-based scholarship. Then need-based, they will be looking at parents' financial situation to see if you are uh, eligible, and then athletic based, a student who might be playing a sport or have really good skill. Community services scholarship for student who might be dedicated their time to volunteer work, and then private scholarship that are coming from organization or even colleges. So it's important for you guys to know that there's a lot of resources out there to help you navigate the financial aid system. And then where do you find scholarship? Mm, You know, here are some suggestions: going to local foundation, religious community organization, businesses or civics group. Organizations, including professional association related to your field of interest, parents' employer, or if they're part of a labor union. And then one of the best one is the financial aid office at the colleges, but also at the high school, school guidance counselor. Sometimes they provide a lot of local opportunity. And here are some of the search engine that you can start using. It's important for you guys to just make sure that when you are searching, that you are going to websites that are legitimate and that are not providing, you're not providing your personal information anywhere. And this is a list that I created when my college was in high school. When my daughter was in high school, her senior year. So this is a list that we compile because her guidance counselor will send us a newsletter every Friday. And not only does she send us information about scholarship, but she will give us like information about everything that the senior class was doing. So I think it's important for you guys to stay connected with your guidance counselor and ask questions, and use some of those resources because there's a lot of company out there trying to give money to students to help them pay for college. And begin your search as early as you can. Remember that when you are writing an essay about yourself, highlight all your achievement and your talent. I know that sometimes we tend to be shy, not to talk about ourselves, but this is not the time for you to be shy. You should be able to make sure that you give a truthful a description of your achievement and who you are, and don't lie, because this is going to help you be a good candidate or a strong candidate for whatever scholarship you are interested in applying. And then here I'm going to bombard you with a lot of information. It's just to give you an idea all the different opportunities that are out there. As you can see, a lot of these organizations and company we are very familiar with. So start your search and apply to as many as you can, especially if you are one of those family who might need to take loans. And then there's also a few other search engine: FastWeb, collegeboard.org, or scholarship.com, koreaonestop.com. Just be careful again if you are applying and they're trying to make you pay a fee in order for you to complete an application. You should be very careful because this company are trying to give you money, not to take money from you. So please go to your guidance counselor or even us to make sure that you are not applying to an institution that is not legitimate. And then what should you be doing now? Completing your FAFSA as early as possible, and then creating your studentaid.gov account or FSA ID as soon as possible. Attending completion event, we are doing workshop where we will help you complete FAFSA and TAP application. And then if you need to take SAT, ACT, or any subject tests, you should be planning or registering for those right now. And then remember, sometimes student will complete the FAFSA, which is the first step in applying for financial aid, but they will forget to complete the New York State TAP application. Just remember that those two different sources of financial aid. The first step is completing the FAFSA, followed by New York State TAP application. Typically, student after completing their FAFSA application will get a link at the end that they can proceed in completing the tab. This year we have had some issue where some students are not seeing it. Um, but if you do not complete the tab application right after your FAFSA, you will just have to wait 1 to 3 business days for your FAFSA to be processed, and then you should be able to receive an email from us indicating that you did not submit your tab application. But if you don't, but your FAFSA was processed, then you can come to the website and you can start applying for TAP. Other thing that you should be doing is, making sure that the colleges that you're interested in applying are not requiring you to provide more information, such as a portfolio, additional essay, um, for their admission process. So it's important for you guys to be clear. So you're going to be working not only with the financial aid process and completing financial aid application, you will also do another process of applying for admission. And those two, you can do them at the same time simultaneously, but you're going to have to use different, uh, venue in order for you to complete them. Check college application deadline. Just make sure that you are aware if you need to submit your admission application by a certain deadline. And then learning about the financial aid process because there are a lot of opportunity. So attending presentations such as this one is key in really helping you navigate the financial aid process and finding different resources that will help you cover the cost of attending college. And then discussing college affordability with your family is also key. And that's why it's so essential to I will tie up loans with this topic because it's important for you guys to be informed about your decision so that you understand that when you're taking loans, you will have to pay it back plus the interest. And one last suggestion that I have is, a lot of the colleges will tell you that they don't look at your social media, but I would really recommend for you guys to review your social media, see if there's anything that is offensive, and delete it. If not, make it private. You don't want to lose the opportunity of attending, one of the colleges of your fair choice because of something that you did when you were younger and probably immature and something that you found funny. Somebody else can see it as offensive, okay? And now we're gonna open it up for question. I hope that the information was helpful, but if anybody has question, please feel free to put them in the chat. All right, so I'm gonna give it a few seconds. This is the resource page where you can find information about federal aid, followed by our webpage, and also email address, just in order for you to send question if you have question after tonight. So this is our website and the federal website as well. Okay, I don't see any more questions, so I hope that the information was clear. I hope to see you guys in in some of our future events. We are hosting this presentation Tuesdays and Thursday, but we also have other event. On Wednesday, we typically have drop-ins for anybody that has question. Please feel free to join us in any of those so that we can help you navigate the financial aid system and provide you with resources. So thank you so much and have a good night, everyone.